So now that we've got our hockey stops, we're going to start to incorporate a bit of a turn into it and do what we call a hockey slow. So we're going to start the same way with our skis pointing down the hill, do the same movement to do the hockey stop, but this time you're only going to wash off 90% of your speed. So you're not going to come to a complete stop and you're going to go across the hill, steer your skis down the hill again and do the same thing on the other side. We're going to link them with a traverse in between them. And what this will enable us to do is get that feeling of the quick ski turning and the quick build up of pressure, wipe off 90% of the speed like we did before, traverse across the hill, and then do the same thing the other way. And this way we can get used to that quick feeling, that quick pressure build up, but we can spread it out with a traverse in between to give us time to reset and think about the next thing. So I'm wiping off 95% of my speed and going across the hill and breaking each hockey stop or each turn into its own individual part. So the idea is still to turn your skis quickly, get a sudden spike of pressure, but just keep enough speed going that you go across the hill and you can do a little traverse in between. Finish with a pole plant. You'll notice I'm doing two pole plants, one at the top of the turn and one at the bottom of the turn. It's because, like I said earlier, they're two separate turns that are linked. If you're feeling a bit more confident, you can leave a little bit more speed in between. You don't have to wash as much off. Like 80% off, then go across. 80% off, going across. The next step is to link our hockey slows to be closer together with a shorter traverse. But to do this, we're going to need to learn how to turn our legs quickly inside our hip joints without turning our upper body. So to do that, you can take your skis off and practice doing some jumps from side to side where the pelvis and the shoulders and the whole torso and upper body stays still, and we just turn our legs from side to side inside the hip socket. So we can jump like this, like this. And this movement of quickly turning our legs from side to side is a skill that's going to be really important when we do our short turns. So once you've got used to the feeling of turning your feet quickly with a little jump, let's take the jump out of it and just have a little unweight, a little unweight as we turn our skis from side to side or our feet from side to side. And you'll notice how my pelvis and my upper body stays relatively still. Most of the turning is coming from my legs inside the hip socket. It's not like that, that's wrong. So when I come like this, you can see my pelvis and my butt comes around. That's not how we want to do it. We don't want to do it with our whole upper body either. We're just twisting the legs inside the hip socket. So now that we've learned how to turn our legs properly inside our hip socket without using our pelvis or our upper body, we're going to do some hockey fast. So just like the hockey slows, we're going to go in with a hockey stop and wash a lot of our speed off. We're not going to wash quite as much speed off. So we're going to go across the hill a little bit and we're going to do a shorter traverse. So similar to the hockey slows, but washing less speed off and with a shorter traverse. So I'm doing the same thing as before. I'm not washing off as much speed, and the traverse is much smaller in between. Wash off most of my speed, go across the hill into the next one. And here we get the feeling of linking these two maneuvers, these two quick leg turns, a bit closer together. You'll notice I'm still doing a double pole plant, because I'm trying to initiate the turn with one pole and finish the turn with the other pole.